As I've been going around the country and meeting the fishermen on my seafood trails, I always ask them one question: what's your favourite fish? A lot of them say they love haddock. And for me, this is a beautiful recipe. A lovely crust, easy to make, quick to cook. But I'm going to show you how to make a really nice sauce that can go with so many fish. Some cream, 1 spoonful of mustard, and this is a little bit of Dijon mustard. You can use whole grain mustard or you can use English. So this really cuts through the richness of this sauce. Put a little bit of lemon zest, grate this. So you're kind of infusing the cream. 1 large piece of butter will give lovely flavour to this and enrich it. We'll just gently bring that to the boil. So while that's just bubbling away, I'm going to show you a really lovely crust. This is some homemade wheaten bread, or you can buy some brown bread. So you're getting roughage in there. It's going to give great texture. Now I'm going to pulse this, but before I do that, I'm going to put in some parsley, so it saves you chopping. This is going to do all the work here. So we'll blitz it first of all. So what I want to do is to put in some of these hazelnuts. So you get blanched hazelnuts, which means the skin is removed. You toast them off in a pan or under the grill, and that releases that beautiful flavour. So I'm going to put in about half of these. And we're going to blitz this. So that's the first stage of making the crust. You can see the lovely texture. You have the wheaten bread there. Now we're going to get it lovely and moist. Roughly about a spoonful of lemon butter here. Grate in the lemon. So the butter's just melted, and this is how you make your lemon butter. An interesting spice to use with fish is nutmeg. So literally a pinch, that's all, into the pot. And then this is going to go in on top of the breadcrumbs. So that's what we have there: our melted butter, the nutmeg, the lemon zest. So I'm going to just mix this in here. Now, if you want to make this ahead, and you put it into the fridge, it'll firm up because of the butter. Bring it to room temperature, or you can pop it into the microwave for 10-15 seconds just to soften it. So there's lots of texture. You can see the little bit of lemon zest, the herbs in there, and the nuts is absolutely delicious. So we're going to put this onto our haddock. And the haddock is pin boned. I've left the skin on and brushed it with a little bit of oil. Now this is parchment paper, nothing will stick to it. But we do want the breadcrumbs to stick to the haddock. And I think the best thing to use is egg yolk. Brush this using a pastry brush. You can use a spoon, you can use your fingers for this. So let's put our crusts onto the fish. You're probably wondering why the cherry tomatoes are there. When the cherry tomatoes are cooked, because this is going to be baked in the oven, the fish is cooked. So just very carefully arrange that. Nice big pile of that crust. And don't worry if it falls onto the tray. Just gently press it down. Just before it goes into the oven, a little drizzle of oil on top of the tomatoes. Tiny little bit of sea salt. I'm going to switch my sauce off now. This needs to go into the oven, so I have the oven preheated at 180, and this is going to take anything from 18 to 20 minutes until it's beautiful and golden brown and the fish is deliciously moist. So after 18 minutes, this is what they look like. The best way is just with the point of the knife. That's flaking apart there. There's a lovely golden brown crust. The tomatoes, they're soft, but they've kept their shape, so they're cooked perfect. Gonna cook a little bit of spinach, finish my sauce, and then serve up. So it's not too thick, it's not too heavy. There's no thickening agent, it's just a reduced sauce. A little squeeze of lemon juice works really well in this. Some salt. And then I like to finish it with some chopped chives, but that's optional. But just with the mustard, be careful, you can always add more because it can be a little bit strong, and then you stir them in. Spinach, one of the easiest things to cook. A little bit of butter, tiny drizzle of oil, the baby spinach, pop this in like this. You think you have loads, but it just wilts down. Literally a pinch of sugar and some salt. And in the same bowl, place the spinach when it's wilted. So just simply wash it. Don't remove any of the wee stalks. They add great texture and crunch. So see the way it's just cooking down nicely. Keep moving it around. So that's it done. Say you were doing this for a dinner party. You could have it already pre-cooked, and then you just wrap it in some tissue like that, and that will absorb any excess liquid. So we're going to serve up. It's lovely, it's moist, it's kept all its lovely colour. The tomatoes, we're going to slide these off. I'm going to pick this piece here of the haddock. So you can see that lovely crust. Place that just on top. For your sauce, give it one final whisk. Don't sauce over the fish, sauce around. So a nice little drizzle of this here. And the only thing I would serve with that is a little bit of mashed potato, baby potatoes, but that is a beautiful recipe for a gorgeous fish. And that's my haddock with a hazelnut crust, roasted tomatoes and wilted spinach.
Irish seafood. Easy to prepare and easy to cook. For everyday meals.